Hi, teacher and classmates. We are Team 5 and we are going to talk about international competitiveness. The team is integrated by Cruz Gutiérrez María Fernanda, Escamilla Pesa Aurea Regina, Hernández Palomino Vanessa, Moreno Carrillo Jaciel Yair, Pérez Hernández Omarabel, and Cepeda Castro Laura Gabriela. Well, I will talk about competitiveness. Competitiveness is the ability of a company or country to gain profitability in the market in relation to its comparator in the same way. International economic competitiveness refers to the analysis of the competitiveness of a country or economic region.
Competitiveness in the international area. When a country is competitive, it is capable of withstanding the competition imposed by the supply of other countries in the international market, selling its products and services profitably and/or attracting international investment. All of the above results in greater economic growth with potential benefits for citizens, like greater employment, increased income, etc.
New information and communication technologies. In addition, the emergence of new information and communication technologies and their application to almost every aspect of the economy has made it possible to create a more dynamic and innovative competition that is less static and dependent on natural resources. Technological infrastructure has become a key resource for the future competitiveness of a nation. The internet has created new forms of trade between foreign business partners and the local market, allowing companies to develop electronic commerce facilities. Their customers purchase through the networks attract future customers, expanding the scope of their activities, marketing, and participate in the international electronic market.
Integration into a more developed world. The availability of cheap and efficient telecommunication systems, internet connections, and the development of mobile telephony are some of the new technological priorities of nations that want to be competitive. Some countries, such as South Africa, Mexico, or Poland, are overcoming certain shortcomings in technological infrastructures, focusing, for example, on mobile telephony rather than landlines. On the other hand, for developing countries, ICTs do not necessarily imply having to sell their raw materials to developed countries and receive finished products in exchange, but rather being able to integrate more and more into the developed world. Technology also facilitates the accessibility of governments by citizens. Specifically, the intranet and extranet systems offers support in the international process of communication between departments and public agencies, in addition to allowing interactions between the government and non-governmental organizations. Thanks to the new information technologies, communication between nations is becoming richer in information, more open in its transfer, and more fluid in its transmission.
Most relevant factor: public institution. The quality of public institution is essential for companies to be able to develop long-term projects, collect their profits, and protect their workers. When a country has a credible legal framework, impartial courts of justice, government officials away from corruption, etc., business can flourish. Infrastructure. Investment in a country's infrastructure, roads, bridges, airports, etc., facilitates the growth and development of companies. This occurs because it reduces transaction costs and allows them to function more efficiently. Macroeconomic stability. The macroeconomic stability of a country is essential to be able to attract investors. They look for a stable environment where the risk of losing their investment is reduced or at least known. Health and education. A healthy population with high levels of education is capable of developing skills that allow them to compete in the global world, as well as generating new projects and sustain business development through great productivity. Development financial market. When there is a development financial market, it is easier to finance profitable projects that in the future will expand national development. And technology. The adoption and development of new technology is fundamental, since the projects favor that are competitive in a changing environment.
The 12 pillars of competitiveness are efficiency in the labor sector, the sophistication of the financial market, technological preparation, size of the market, the sophistication of business, the innovation, the institutions, the infrastructure, the macroeconomic stability, health and primary education, secondary education and training, and product market efficiency.
Competitiveness problem. The main problem is that is believed that competitiveness on the part of governments and private sector improved investment and increased productivity being an inappropriate use, since it is the companies and not the countries that compete with each other, causing a confusion in belief that economic strength is based on the surplus of foreign trade.
Finally, in conclusions, we believe that competitiveness works for companies or countries that want to gain profitability in the world market, surpassing the competition, demonstrating the differences and qualities to highlight of the product, the reduction of its cost, and what it can innovate. And that is all for our part. Thank you for your attention.